This is an end of the drama review of Nirvana in Fire 2, 琅琊榜之风起长林. Hi, you're watching Avenue X, where a junkie on good storytelling shares her thoughts, knowledge, and occasional weird ideas on stories and how they're told. So if you've been watching my channels for a while, you know that I do a lot of first impression drama videos. So when some new dramas comes out in China, usually after the first couple of episodes, I would do a first impression video, and often you would find there's no follow-up. So basically my MO is, if I don't continue watching a drama for whatever reason, then I wouldn't talk about it anymore, because it wouldn't be fair for me to talk about it if I haven't watched it. So all of those first impression and then never talked about dramas are just dramas that I dropped out, which is a lot. And Nirvana in Fire 2 has just finished airing. Since I'm making an end of the drama review right after the drama finished airing, you should know that how much I like this drama. Nirvana in Fire came out at the very end of 2017 while I was in China. So I did my first impression video in China, and now it's finished airing, which is February 2018. So it was on air for a little bit shy of 2 months. I would say those 2 months of my life is heavily influenced by this drama, because it's been aired on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, 2 episodes per day in China. Basically, they dictated that Monday, Tuesday, Wednesdays are my happy days of a week, and then the rest 4 days are torture. Talk about how much a drama can influence your life. If you still haven't watched this drama, or you are in the process somewhere in the middle, so you haven't got to the very end, I would advise not to listen to my ranting, because it's gonna be full of spoilers if you are one of those people who just hate spoilers. Now that I've seen the whole thing, when I think about the structure of this drama, I would say it reminds me of a fish, which is, it has a smaller head, and then it has a fuller sort of middle, the body shape, and then it kind of tapers off. So the drama starts very slow burning. It kind of doesn't really have important things happening in the beginning, and you're not quite sure who you should root for, who is the main character. Starting from episode 12 or 13, it gets more interesting, you get more involved in the plot, and by about 20 to 23, it starts to go into its core, which is the middle section. That is the most emotionally packed, most painful, but also just dramatically satisfying part to watch. So from episode 20 to 23 to about 37, that is the most interesting and most heartbreaking and most discussed really part of this drama as it was airing. And then the story shifts to its final leg, where things needs to be tied up, certain things needs to happen. If you've read the basic plot line of this drama, you know something has to happen to end this story. The drama feels like it's trying to hit all those points and give you a conclusion. But in terms of dramatic tension and plotline and even the characters, it becomes less interesting towards the end. So I really see a fish shape of this narrative. So the really meaty, juicy, the best tasting part is from 20 to 23 to 37. This is quite different from the first Nirvana in Fire, where I would consider it is a continuously growing plot that gets more and more interesting. The conflicts between the characters gets more and more intense until the very end. Literally, the one episode before the last one is like the height. The thing that everybody has been waiting for to happen for the whole drama happens there. So that's a very different story structure. As this drama was airing, I could see online, it's very hotly discussed. A lot of people are not happy with this particular structure. They feel it's kind of peaked too early. In that way, I would agree. I think this is an integral problem to this story's particular structure, is you can't really work around it. The sort of most heartbreaking part and the transformation for the main character happens in the sort of middle or 2/3 of the way, and then the rest is after he's kind of transformed, he has to do something to finish this story. Another, I think, big problem for this drama towards the very end, so I would say the very last 3 to 2 episodes, is there just suddenly popped out quite a lot of logic holes in a way that I don't think it is up to the standard of what I expect from Nirvana in Fire series, just because it is a very well done, and it kind of boasts its IQ level, its intelligence level, its, brain work level. And all the characters are supposed to be really, really, really clever. But towards the very last few episodes, it does feel the main character's intelligent, his IQ is kind of, went offline. You're supposed to be the clever character. Why do you do stupid things like that? And it's kind of anti-climax in a way that I felt a little bit disappointed, that I hoped it could be spectacular. It could be some really clever moves that he does to basically defeat his main nemesis at the very end of the drama. But he did win, but it kind of was like up to his luck. So that is one big problem I have with Nirvana in Fire, is like towards the end I was feeling, it could have been so much more. They could have worked on the script, they could have worked on the logic, they could have worked on the plotting, because it has already done so many good things. Why not just, spend that extra little bit more time and effort to just make it even better? And then there's the second thing that I feel, had this drama done differently, it might be even better than what it is now, which is picking a different actor for the main nemesis in the second half of the drama, which is Xiao Yuanqi's character, the Marquis Lai Yang, who later becomes Lai Yang Wang and played by Wu Haochen. In the very beginning of Nirvana in Fire 2, he is just a supporting actor, because at that time, Xiao Pingjing's character played by Liu Haoran is not significantly more important than his older brother played by Huang Xiaoming. It's by the middle point of the narrative, when Huang Xiaoming, the older brother's character, dies, Xiao Pingjing's character really becomes a fully fledged main character. So as he becomes the core of the narrative, his technically cousin, who used to be his friend, takes on this nemesis, arch enemy character towards the second half of the drama. I have no complaint about Wu Haochen's acting. Wu Haochen has been in many Zhengwu Yangguang, the production company's dramas, so I understand the company uses their own actors and actors they feel comfortable with to play a very important role. And I would also agree Wu Haochen did a good job. Like, he didn't fail this character in any way. The problem I have with him playing the role is that I don't feel he's the best choice that could happen to this drama. The reason being, as good as he is an actor, he doesn't have enough charisma on screen. It might sound like a really discriminating and unfair thing to say, but to the acting industry, it's not actually not common to see that there are certain actors or actresses that just have something on screen that you cannot quantify. People just have qualities that cannot be expressed by words, and you can only kind of sense it when you see it on screen. You know this person has it. They have that star quality that even though they might not be physically the most impressive person among everyone, but when the camera is on them, you see them and you don't see anyone else. In many ways, I think Xiao Yuanqi's character as the arch nemesis, the bad guy in the second half of the drama, he is as important as Xiao Pingjing, the main character, for the narrative. Because for this type of plot where you have a good guy and a bad guy and they have to fight and somebody has to win, when you have this structure, you really need two people that have the similar weight, or they need to tug the audience's heartstring with similar force. And I think part of the fun and the successful narrative in this way is that you have to almost not be able to decide who you really want to root for. If it becomes so clear that you just really want to root for the good guy and you don't quite care of the bad guy, then the story is less interesting. Your main hero is only as good as your main nemesis. When I watched Nirvana in Fire 2, I hoped Xiao Yuanqi's character can make me sympathize with him more, can make me feel for him more, and can make me somehow really wish he could win at the end. A lot of audience from all the threads on internet discussion that I read is like, everybody says he is doing a good job, he's doing his role well, he's a good actor, but he just doesn't have that extra quality. Perhaps I am partial. I really liked Liu Haoran's portrayal of Xiao Pingjing, this character. He has good instinct in terms of acting, but also due to director's ability to direct him. And also naturally, he has a lot of quality that he already has that really fits this character well. Whereas Wu Haochen, his acting skills are, I think, more matured, but I think his sort of natural born quality that he can bring to the character doesn't fit Xiao Yuanqi as well as how Liu Haoran can fit into Xiao Pingjing. So at the very end of the narrative, although I understand everything the anti-hero character says, I sympathize with his logic and his experience, I just emotionally don't really fall or don't really care about his failure or success. Now, you're welcome to agree or disagree with me, and different people like different things and characters and actors. But I do believe this is not just my personal opinion. Quite a lot of people have similar opinions. Had this character been played by somebody who might fit better into his outline, his framework, this drama could be a totally different drama. Because right now, most people, I would say 80%, 90% of people root for a main character at the very end of the storytelling. If you can pull that number to say 60-40, it will be totally different drama. In a way, it will really counterpart the first drama, where you have two cousins, brothers, Mei Changsu and Jin Wang. They are the ideal symbol of brotherhood, of love, of loyalty. Whereas in the second drama, you can have another pair of cousins with very similar background, but they are the dark version of that pair, where there is jealousy, where there's more darkness going on, and then they become enemies. Wouldn't that just make those two dramas even more interesting to watch? Now, partly I think it is because the second drama intentionally added more BG content. So if you don't know how we call that in China, when you have BL, which is boy love, which basically is putting your main focus on the, I wouldn't say homosexual, but same-sex relationship within a narrative, which is what the writer of Nirvana in Fire, Hai Yan, she is famous for writing BL. She is really bad at writing BG, boy and girl. The heterosexual or sort of tension, love, attraction relationship, she just doesn't do it well. And if you've read the first book, you would know that originally in text, there's just so much more BL going on that they just cut out the drama. So when they film the drama, it's almost completely cleaned up, where BG is emphasized more. But even with the amped up version, the female lead is almost like not on screen most of the time. Now for the second drama, because drama comes out before the book, it is very clear that trying to fit into the mainstream ideal of story structure and relationships, they added a lot of BG. The writer made the female lead character Lin Xi more important, much more important than Ni Huang in the first drama. That probably also influenced the fact that there's so little BL element in the second drama. But somehow I wished there could be more, because it would actually be a more interesting relationship to watch between the good guy and the bad guy. Sadly, this is not how this drama has worked it out. So those above two things are the biggest problems I have with Nirvana in Fire 2, is the sort of weak, not so spectacular ending, and the choice of actor for Xiao Yuanqi's character. Apart from these 2 points, I really don't have any complaints about the rest of the drama. It made me cry, it made me care about those characters so much. I haven't felt that invested in a drama or in some fictional characters for a long time, probably since Nirvana in Fire 1. It just seems like personally Nirvana in Fire is my curse. It's like when it's anything related to this drama, I just cannot escape, and I happily, voluntarily falls into the holes and get emotionally wasted by characters that I know never ever existed in real history. Personally, this drama has made me do the most number of GIF wallpaper stuffs on Tumblr that I put out. I've even written like 3 chapters of fan fictions that I've never ever done for any drama, any book. This is like my first official fan fiction writing experience. So I'm pretty sure I'm not 100% rational or fair when I talk about Nirvana in Fire 2. There's just too much personal affection that went into this drama. One final thing I want to say that I observe is a very interesting phenomena on Chinese internet when this drama is being aired, is people's very polarized opinion on the main female lead character Lin Xi, so the doctor character played by Zhang Huiwen. If you've already watched the drama, say over half of its content, you would understand this is a very interesting female character, that she is very emotionally aloof. She's in general a very controlled, cool person. Not that she doesn't love our main male lead character, she loves him very much, but she has this individual kind of spirit, this very fully built up personality, that she is not relying on any other man to define her value. Now, given that she is a very capable doctor and she owns like literally a chain store or pharmacy in ancient settings, so she is rich and she is professionally very, very good at what she does, and she is financially independent, so she doesn't really need any man to support her. So you see, her relationship with the main male lead character is a very equal relationship, and she doesn't exhibit a lot of very conventional, traditional how Chinese period drama would portray the main female lead. She has very little weakness, she has very little sweetness, and she stands for her own ground very strongly, and she doesn't really put that love relationship before her professional life or before a lot of other things, which pissed a lot of people off on Chinese internet. They're saying she's selfish because she doesn't want to kind of give up her life for this man. To that, I just have to say, wow. Maybe because I've lived quite far away from the mainstream media or discussion or general society of China for a while, that I don't quite understand how people think. I didn't realize that it is still to that extent that a lot of people have such a restricted view on female. Now, I've already done 2 videos, I think, talking about big female roles and why women are constantly portrayed in certain ways in Chinese dramas. And this discussion online about Lin Xi's character just confirms that still these days, a lot of people in China are still buying into that concept of somehow within a relationship, the female needs to be in a more submissive position, in a way that she has to put that love relationship in front of everything else in her life, her career, professional life, her own independence, her own independent mind. She has to put the man, the love relationship, the first and foremost important thing in her life. Otherwise, she is selfish, she's not considered worthy of being a female lead, and she's just not worthy of the male's attention or love. That is just bullshit. And for that, I just really love Zhengwu Yangguang and Han Yan for creating this female character who is like, I love you very much, but I cannot stop my life just because I love you, and I need to do what I want to do with my own life. I have that much talent, I have that much knowledge, I can save a lot of people with my professional skills, and I have great ambition to leave great work to this world, so I'm gonna do that. That is my priority. I also like you very much. It would be great if I can live with you for the rest of my life, but if that means I have to sacrifice who I am and what I want to do with my life, sorry, I'm not gonna do that. It's just normal. It's just how people should think, right? Like in the real world. Yet you almost never ever see that happening on Chinese TV drama screen, especially period drama. So in that sense, I just really like Lin Xi's character because I fully understand why she thinks in that way and why she does things in that way. And I think that actually is a much better relationship in terms of the 2 lead roles of a drama. You finally see a female character that is an individual person, and also see a male character who supports her in that way. And it happens in a fictional period drama. How refreshing is that? Great achievement. Even that one point, I think, makes Nirvana and Fire to stand out from a gazillion of crappy period dramas China do every year. If you haven't watched this drama, go and watch it. It's on Viki, it's on Drama Fever. If you've already watched this drama, I am so curious to hear what you think about that. In terms of you find this drama really interesting and you want to know more about its behind the scenes, blah blah blah, they are posted constantly on this official account on Weibo in China. Even though it's not subtitled, a lot of behind the scenes videos are really interesting to watch. You would understand most of it even if you don't understand what they're talking about. And then there's a lot of funny things that they put out there that's extra and you don't see it on the official channels. I would leave instructions in the description about how you might personally be able to find these content and watch that yourself. If you can read Chinese, you can also find me on LOFTER, which is an app. It is kind of sharing, it's similar to Tumblr. You share your words, you share your pictures and stuff. It has been quite popular in recent years in China. So I put on my wallpaper images and also my text, so my fan fiction in Chinese on there. If you can read Chinese, you're welcome to find it out. I would also leave the link in the description about how to find me there. So thank you for watching this end of the drama review of Nirvana in Fire 2, 风起长林. I will do, in the next probably a couple of weeks, quite a lot of Nirvana in Fire music videos. This is what I do, I love to do. I did a lot for the first drama. I'm gonna do a lot of them for the second one, but the problem is I'm not sure if copyright thing is going to, happen to my channel because of that. So I'll be very careful to put them out on YouTube. But you're welcome to watch my Bilibili page in China, which is a Chinese website where people put a lot of videos on, and it doesn't have those copyright problems as you would have with YouTube. And hopefully I can also do more finding out hidden meaning kind of video for Nirvana and Fire 2, but that takes quite a lot of time just to go through and just to edit and then create them. So there might be a bit time lag between the first one that went out before and then my next one, and probably hopefully more in the future. So this is a very unstructured ranting video of a final review of Nirvana and Fire. I hope you've enjoyed this video and you didn't find you've wasted your, 20-30 minutes of your life watching this thing. Thank you for watching Avenue X. I'll see you in my next video. Meanwhile, live long and happy drama watching.